So what's new in 2023 for annual wellness visit CPT codes? In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know about the CPT codes for AWV so that you can properly code and bill for this program. Hi, this is Seth from ThoroughCare. Here at ThoroughCare, we're specializing in helping practices manage, bill, and streamline reimbursements for value-based programs like AWVs. AWVs are designed as a critical care marker that bridges gaps in the yearly physical exam while developing and updating a patient's personalized plan of care. If you'd like a reference guide for the AWV CPT codes that we'll cover in this video, you can download one from our website. There's a link in the description below. So what are the 2023 updates for annual wellness visits? Well, there were no major changes to the AWV rules and regulations in CMS's 2023 final rule, but there was a significant increase in reimbursement to the subsequent AWV, which we'll cover. Keep in mind these codes are based on national averages, which may vary in your area. For the exact current rate based on your location, visit the Physician Fee Schedule website. Wellness visits come in 3 varieties. These include the Initial Preventive Physical Examination, or IPPE, the Initial Annual Wellness Visit, and each year thereafter, a subsequent annual wellness visit. All of these annual wellness visits are very similar, but it is important to understand some of the differences for billing purposes. These include when each visit can be given and what type of patient it is eligible for. For AWVs, there are billing codes for each visit type, as well as advanced care planning. As a physician practice, rural health clinic, and federally qualified health center, you can bill for 3 types of wellness visits, and there's an additional add-on code for federally qualified healthcare centers. For initial and subsequent annual wellness visits, an advanced care planning code, or codes, can be tacked on if you have the advanced care discussion during the AWV exam. More on this to follow. Let's start with the IPPE, or the Initial Preventative Physical Examination. The patient is billed using CPT code G0402. This code can only be billed during the patient's first 12 months of their enrollment in Medicare and is considered a once-in-a-lifetime assessment. If the patient misses this initial 12-month window, they would not be eligible for the IPPE and would instead start with an initial AWV. A health risk assessment, or HRA, needs to be completed with the IPPE. The current national average reimbursement is $167. The next visit is the Initial Annual Wellness Visit, and this billing code is G0438. The Initial Annual Wellness Visit is practically identical to an IPPE, except it can only be done 12 months after an IPPE, or if the patient misses the eligibility window for the IPPE. A health risk assessment also drives this visit, and if an HRA was taken the previous year, it can be used and updated for this current assessment. The only main difference is that during the initial AWV, an optional cognitive exam can be included, as well as an advanced care planning or end-of-life discussion. We'll talk more about the advanced care planning in just a little bit. The current national average reimbursement for G0438 is $166. The third and final annual wellness visit is the subsequent annual wellness visit, and its billing code is G0439. The subsequent annual wellness visit is the yearly follow-up visit and is first done 12 months after the initial AWV, and then every 12 months thereafter. It is pretty much the exact same as the initial AWV. The patient completes and updates a health risk assessment to modify and maintain their preventative care plan, including the optional cognitive exam, also the advanced care planning talk. The current national average reimbursement for G0439 is $130, which is up significantly from the previous year. Now let's look at the advanced care planning, or ACP, CPT code 99497. It is important to note that advanced care planning is not a type of AWV, but it can play a role in the program during the initial and subsequent AWVs. It is fully covered for patients under Medicare Part B if conducted during the initial or subsequent AWV. ACP is a formal process to understand your patient's preferences for end-of-life care and power of attorney options. During the initial and subsequent AWV, 99497 can be billed for 30 minutes of time and has a national average reimbursement of $83. There is also an add-on code for advanced care planning, code 99498. It is for an additional 30 minutes over the first 30 minutes. And it has a national average reimbursement rate of $72. And finally, the last AWV CPT code is a specialty add-on code reserved for federally qualified health centers only, G0468. G0468 allows FQHCs to receive additional reimbursement. FQHCs are able to bill for the other AWV codes and then add this code to it. The national average reimbursement for G0468 is $153. This means much higher average reimbursements for FQHCs for AWV services. For example, if an FQHC were to provide an IPPE, the clinic would bill for G0402 and G0468 for a total average reimbursement of $322. So there you have it, 2023 codes and reimbursements for annual wellness visits. If you'd like to learn more about the specifics of each of the AWV segments, there's a link in the description below to our Learning Center where you can read and learn more about AWVs as well as our other value-based programs. And don't forget to download your free reference guide from the billing codes we discussed in this video. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.